the people's car is a brilliant car. And we've had this car since August 1960. It's going to go into MOTAT in the Motor Museum, and we hope it will attract thousands of people, not only to look at the Beetle, but to see the story. And that's why they wanted this particular car, because it's unique and probably the only one in the world that has made this sort of journey over this period of time. Well, we had the opportunity to buy a motor car, and we went through the various ranges of vehicles in London. This was 1960, August 1960, we selected the Volkswagen Beetle, and we bought it from St John's Wood in London. Now, I don't know anything about fixing motor cars, so it had to be a reliable motor car. And so part of the arrangement for the purchase was that I would have a few days in their garage in St John's Wood, which was a Volkswagen dealership, so I could learn what's likely to go wrong in the car for 0 miles to 20,000 miles. And then I had a few days in a white jacket with VW on the pocket, and then they gave me, I think we may have paid a nominal amount, for a packet of bits and pieces that were likely to go wrong in the car.
Well, I think I liked the Beetle because it also had an easy access to the front bonnet where we could store all our tinned food, because we lived on tinned food and rice. It seemed fine there, so why else buy any other car? We were very comfortable, and we had made the seats had been changed so that they would slip forward and back, so that when necessary you could sleep in the vehicle. And the back seat was on the roof rack. So we were comfortable, we were safe, so it was like having a mobile home with you all the time, so we were quite safe and comfortable regardless of weather or terrain we were in, so it was fantastic for performing that way.
I think the other thing that Volkswagen provided was a network as far east as possible. Didn't go all the way to Calcutta, but nonetheless it was always there in the first and second journey. First journey, Volkswagen, it was a new car, you know, and we were young and new, so it was a great journey.
Most of the Asian countries we had not, as young people, seen anything like it, nor had much education in the Asian countries. So once we came to, say, Istanbul, and had to have a boat to take us and the car across the Bosphorus, it was all wide-eyed wonder at the people, at the architecture, at the way of life, and how the people on the land lived and how the people in the city lived. Biggest, best education ever, and still counts for young people travelling now. I loved Iran and loved northern India and Kashmir. It was all brilliant, but those countries, those areas somehow really got to me. They were beautiful, the people were lovely, and everything was so fresh and different. What about you?
Oh, Kashmir is sensational. And the Himalayas, we stayed in a houseboat on the Dal Lakes. These are memories, the beautiful memories that we've got. One of the loveliest spots, we went to the Taj Mahal on the first journey, 61. We sat on a seat. We went back 35 years later and we sat on the same seat. And of course now there are hordes of tourists going through the Taj Mahal. The first time we were able to camp at the back of the Taj Mahal, and you wouldn't be able to do that now. When we returned to Wellington, I was appointed to an insurance company in 1962, and there were a lot of overland travellers, but there was not a lot of information around. So a group of 3 or 4 of us sat down in Kandala, in a person's home, and in the office in Plymouth Steps, Prudential Building, my office there. And we formulated the idea of material to help travellers. They were all looking for information. The club, the Overland Club in Wellington, is still in existence, now over 50 years.
You can never get past that sound of the motor. You can tell it, you know, sort of 5 houses from home that it's arriving. And then it just brings that all that back, that noise that was in the ear all the whole time. Very distinctive and very comforting.
Yes. It is a significant sound. And I didn't realise it was such an important part of the culture of the Beetle. The history, it's people's car. And that is just incredible. It is the people's car. And there are so many people that have come up to us on this final Bye Beetle tour in New Zealand, and it's farewell to the Beetle, to Motat. But have come up and said, I had a Volkswagen Beetle. And they smile that we're still driving our Beetle, and they regret that they don't have theirs. The thing that I found about Volkswagen, it's the family spirit that exists right through. It's a huge organisation, and we've been to Wolfsburg, and they've respected our visits. It's like a huge family.
Very big.
It is. And then families have problems, and we all know that there's an issue. But you know what? Families stick together. And I'm sticking with our little Beetle and what Volkswagen has done for us. And we've tried to repay in our own way, because we've had all the pleasure from 1960 until today.